guys, welcome to another Dolls of the Week. This time it's not Barbie dolls we're going to focus on, but another doll. But before we do that, a couple quick updates. First of all, for those of you who like candy dolls, I have a couple candy dolls and I've shown them before. But while I was doing some rummaging around in the closets and cleaning out and organizing recently, look what I came across. It's basically, I guess you could consider it a paper doll, but I think whatever it is, it's a beautiful illustration. I mean, this is certainly paper doll like with those little flaps that I guess you could color and put on her. I don't know. I'm not sure where I got this, but I just thought it was really nice. So I wanted to show you guys the beautiful illustration that somebody did. It says Mickey at the bottom. I don't know if that's Mickelman or someone else named Mickey, but it says Candy Girls at the top in there. So anyway, wanted to show you that. And then on this body that I have with the, I have the doll who had the broken neck, which is this Mrs. Hart. And I'd really like to get her on this body, which was from another doll years ago that somehow this white piece broke in there. So online, people had told me, or on YouTube here, to maybe get that out. So what the problem is this has something stuck in it that I haven't been able to get out with tweezers or anything like that. And then this has the part that broke off from the other body inside that I haven't been able to get out, which I don't think that's as big of a problem. But so some of you said that this would be a great body to use, and I agree, but I just don't know how. I watched the video that one of you sent me where a lady is showing you how to sort of use something to get out loose stuff. Well, there isn't any real loose stuff here. And also you put wire under here and make a new one with foam, or I forget what the other thing she was using, and then you just stick that on. So it seems pretty easy. I mean, this is the goal here. But if anybody has any ideas on how to get this out, because then I can get to that little bar-like thing, let me know. So I just wanted to ask that question. One other thing, excuse me for a minute, I meant to grab this earlier. On the recent video I did on the Big Jim figures, I had Big Jim and Big Josh, I think his name is, but I did not have this doll. And I found this on eBay for a pretty good price. So I went ahead and got him, and I did win the auction. It was an auction. I see he's got a loose string I need to cut. But this is, I believe, Big Jack or Jeff, one of the two. I think it's Jeff, actually. So I just wanted to show you that, and he's a wonderful addition to the Big Jim Club over here. So now I have 4 of those guys. And you know what else? One other quick thing is the one I had that didn't have any clothes, I found in a bag of Charlie's Angels dolls clothes, this outfit. And this is the one I bought up in Mishawaka, Indiana, and they're almost the same top. If you look real closely, it's similar. I mean, it's not the same, but it's very similar. Which actually, I'm sorry, I'm holding up the wrong doll. I meant to hold up this one, and the shirts are even more similar. But I thought that was so funny. I mean, I never expected to find... Yeah, these are basically twins, the Big Josh dolls. But yeah, I never expected to find this in a bag of Charlie's Angels clothes. So yeah, now I've got the 2 twins in this set here. And let's go ahead and, yeah, there we go. I just want to show you those closer. Okay, let's move on to the main event now. Set those down there. So, today we're not going to talk about Barbie, which we usually do, but we're going to talk about another fashion doll from the late 70s and early 80s. And you may be wondering who that is. Well, here's who it is. Darci. The Darci doll, which was from Kenner. And I believe it was sort of Kenner's answer to Barbie, or their competition for Barbie. Now this doll, I was looking it up, and it debuted at the 1979 Toy Fair. So that's when Darci was rolled out, And she's a 12.5 inch doll versus Barbie's 11.5 inches, so much taller. Well, an inch taller, but when you're only 11.5 inches, that's a lot. So, and she came in several variations: the blonde, the brunette, and the redhead. And then they also had an African American or black doll, which was named Dana. Now, I'm not exactly sure when Dana came out, but I understand it was also in 1979. Not positive of that. So let me show you a couple examples. I certainly don't have them all at this point. But, whoops, see, and even her, she's losing shoes. Her shoes actually do stay on better than a lot of Barbies, but this is Darci, and she's in not probably the original outfit that she came in. And I think she's a really pretty doll. And she has big rubber arms that do flex and bend, but not like click in place. So I mean, it kind of clicks, but I just meant you don't hear anything. But I like the flexibility. By the way, this outer skirt type thing, I'm going to take that off temporarily, um, is part of some of the outfits. But this is one of the outfits. This outfit was also shared by the Mego, or not Meg, yeah, I guess it was Mego, Cher doll, Farrah doll. So actually, I think that's where this dress came from, and this probably isn't a Darci dress, but it looks good on her, though. And it fits because it's the same size as those dolls, as the Mego fashion dolls. So this is a blonde Darci, obviously. And over here I have a brunette who I think is really a pretty doll as well. And this is definitely a Cher Farrah outfit. I had several of those, so that's why they're in it. And I don't have a lot of actual Darci doll outfits. Her hair could use a little something, but she still looks pretty good. Now, the sad news for Darci is that she really only lasted 2 years or 3 years. So I think she was 79, 80, and 81. So, however, depending on when it was 2 to 3 years. She had gold or silver shoes, and these shoes, by the way, are a good size because she has a lot bigger feet than Barbie. Here's her feet, by the way. Not exactly the most dainty, are they? But, luckily she wears long dresses and they get covered up. But, yeah, she is a pretty doll. Okay, so that's the brunette. And I do have one blonde in a very damaged box that I'm going to show you. That's this one. And, I can get her there. She's got an interesting box. It's square and it's white, with the blue writing and red, a little bit of red here and there. This doll is loose in the box, by the way, so it kind of bounces around. And it's showing some of the different poses she can do. This is that outer skirt, by the way. And also, she can do a lot of hair, or her hair can be styled a lot of different ways. She's supposed to be, it says, posing stand included as shown for beautiful fashion poses. So she's supposed to be a cover girl, as it says, Darci Cover Girl. And it says Fashion Trends Magazine inside. There's also a little bag and a stand, it says. And I want to show you this little booklet or pamphlet that I had mentioned or shown actually earlier. It says on the front, it's talking about she's stylish, she's carefree, she's Darci. And she has a lifestyle all her own. The perfect pose studio for work, clothes, Darci, the beautiful cover girl doll. And, they show this outfit that I had at one point, I'm not sure I still do. And they show some other outfits. This one's kind of fun with this sweater outfit. I thought that was really fun. I've never had that one. And some others here. This one I do still have. This that looks like bells on top of one another or flowers. It's really interesting. It reminds me of something someone might wear to church, especially back in the late 70s. Okay, so there's some other ones in here, like a Western version and a ballerina. So, this was a direct competition to Barbie. Unfortunately, it didn't work. And I think someone said partially because they couldn't share clothes. I don't know about that. The last thing I want to show you in here is these different hairstyles. So, she had a lot of hair that could be easily worked with. And I need to do some stuff with these two, and just try some of this. But yeah, so that's a really. And then, by the way, on the back it says "Coming soon, Darci's Fabulous Disco." By the way, this is dated 1979. Here's the picture with that. I don't know if that was ever made. I don't know. So, but anyway, today I wanted to show you some Darci dolls. I don't have a Dana doll or a redhead. One of these days I would like to get those two, especially the African American Dana doll. But in the meantime, I have these three, and I'm glad to be able to share them with you today. So take care, and I'll talk to you next time.